Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to take you through my entire skincare routine that I swear has single-handedly kept me off Accutane. My skin got really bad when I was about 13, and I wouldn't say it was completely cystic acne. I had like just weird skin problems all over my face and I couldn't really pinpoint it to one specific issue. I'll insert some photos, but some of them were like white-headed, some of them looked like blackheads but you couldn't squeeze them. Some of them were just those little bumps that didn't get red or have any color to them. Some of it was cystic acne. I felt like I had every skin issue in the book and couldn't get control over any of it. I tried so many different products. I went to the dermatologist and tried like 3 or 4 different types of prescription topical like cream, and I've tried oral prescription stuff. None of it did anything, like literally anything. It didn't help at all. I've also gotten chemical peels. I got like 8 of those and they're expensive and they did nothing. And the reason I did so many is because the lady said you just have to be consistent to start seeing results. I did all 8 and I didn't see anything at all. So I've been to about 1 billion specialists. I've tried 1 billion different skincare routines that I've seen on YouTube. I've gone to real doctors, dermatologists, nothing worked. So I had bad skin from the age of 13 to like 21 when I started doing this skincare routine. And when I tell you I was this close to going on Accutane, this was the absolute last thing I was willing to try because it had been literally 7 years of not getting control over my skin. I tried diet changes, like trust me, I tried everything. So I understand the frustration if you feel like you've tried everything too. My sister Maddie went on Accutane when she was younger and it had horrible effects on her. So I wanted to do everything in my power not to have to go through the same thing. But at this point, I was feeling so frustrated that I thought it might be actually better for my mental health to suffer through Accutane and then have normal skin for the rest of my life. But my mom really did not want me to go through what my sister went through on Accutane, so she is the one that talked me into trying one more thing before giving up. So a lot of the products in this skincare routine were recommended to me by a facialist that I saw in Australia, and because I had seen so many people before, I was like, I had no hope that this was actually gonna work, but it has. So I'll just share it with you in case it might be your saving grace too. So I start with this cleanser. This is the DMK Deep Pore Facial Cleanser. And this DMK line is kind of on the pricier side. I think maybe in Australia, it's even more expensive because it's made in LA. So maybe if you live in the States, it won't be quite as expensive. But like I said, this is what kept me off Accutane. So I was kind of willing to spend a little bit of extra money to keep using it. So I just use this like any other facial cleanser. I just get my face wet, rub this until it starts getting a bit foamy, and then I'll just rub it into my skin for like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then I'll just rinse it off and pat dry. Next thing I do is take this niacinamide by The Ordinary, which you have definitely heard of before. And it is definitely worth trying if you haven't already because it's only like $8, maybe even less. So I just do 1 drop on my forehead and 1 on each of my cheeks and just rub that in. And then I always will just pat my neck with whatever product I have left over. And then the thing that I really think saved my skin is this combination. So this is from DMK again, the herbal pigment oil and the herb and mineral mist. So I used to use DMK's CBE oil with the herb and mineral mist, and that worked really well as well. Now I just use this herbal pigment to kind of take care of those leftover scars that I had from having acne before. And the reason that I think this works so well that the facialist explained to me is that your skin naturally produces oil and water. It needs both oil and water. That's what it produces naturally, and that's what it should be producing in the correct ratios to keep your skin healthy. So while it is good to just moisturize with a cream, it's better to actually use an oil and a mist because it replicates what your skin naturally produces. So what you do is you just take a drop of this oil, same as the niacinamide, just 1 on the forehead and 1 on each cheek. Leave it there and then immediately spray 2 to 3 sprays on each of those drops. And then you rub them in together. It will feel like a lot of product. Your face will feel very wet, but that is good. That's what should be happening. And then it's nice because you can take the rest onto your neck and chest. And the other reason I love this so much is that I was kind of skeptical about using an oil because I really didn't want to feel oily, but I feel so much cleaner and smoother than when I use a regular cream moisturizer. I feel like cream moisturizers just sit on my skin, whereas the oil and mist really soaks into my skin, and it ends up just feeling like I have naturally really moist and plump skin. It doesn't feel like there's product sitting on top. Oh, it just feels so nice. Anytime I run out of that stuff and use a regular cream, I end up feeling so gross. I hate the feeling of it now that I've gotten used to that. It's just so nice and like luxurious. Okay, next I will just use an eye cream, and right now I'm just using this Cetaphil one because I've been in my frugal era. But the one I like the best is the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Under Eye Treatment, whatever it's called. I just find it feels a lot nicer. This one's a bit thinner, so it soaks in very easily, but I like how moist and soft the Kiehl's makes my under eyes feel. I kind of do it under my eye and on my eyelid, just all around the eye. And then I'll kind of use the excess to like put my eyebrows in their place. And then you can also put excess eye cream on your lips if you want. Lovely. And last thing I use is this Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy Recovery Lip Mask. I use pretty much any of Fresh's lip balms. I love them so much. And that's all. That's literally all I do. The only difference at nighttime is that sometimes instead of using the niacinamide, I will use the Paula's Choice exfoliant. But I only do that about every other day and just at night. For some reason, I don't like to use it if I'm gonna put makeup on afterwards. I don't know why. I'd rather just use it at the end of the day to like really get in there and clean everything. But I swear to you, that skincare routine is the only change I made that made my skin better. I have not since changed my diet or added anything else in that I didn't show you. That is single-handedly what took my skin from being bad to almost perfect. And you can see that the only issues with my skin is scarring from previous breakouts. But I rarely get any breakouts at all. I'll get like 1 or 2 pimples around my period sometimes, but even that has gotten so much better. I went from literally only ever being able to think about my skin to never having a single complaint about it. Obviously, none of this is sponsored. I don't have followers, so you can rest assured that I'm just very passionate because it worked so well for me. And if it can work for any one of you watching this, I will be so happy. I've also heard people say that you should like switch up your skincare routine because your skin can like get used to the products you're using. I've been doing this skincare routine for the past 2 years and it has not yet failed me. So I just can't say enough good things. All right, guys, that's it for this video. We are actually staying in an Airbnb in the countryside of Queensland. We're in Mullaney on a little mountain, and I'm vlogging that as well. So next week, that vlog will come out. So subscribe if you want to. Like this video if you found it helpful. Let me know if you try anything that I mentioned in this video, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.